freedom is crucial, but it may be even more crucial than we generally realize. And we're going to try to lay out some of the reasons why, according to Swedenborg. The first thing he says is that we're essentially composing our spirits while we're here on this planet. Just like before birth, you're in the environment of the womb, and there your body has to be composed from physical elements. Your chemicals have to be arranged in the right order in order to make something that can come in and be a human being. We're forming our spirits in a similar way right now. The elements are coming together, but which elements form a spirit? A spirit is thought, it is feeling, it's composed of those things, but which ones become us? How do you, like here we eat food, and that food becomes part of us. What is that on the spiritual level? Swedenborg says only things that we have freely chosen stay with us. The first quote of the night is from the Heavenly City. This is also translated as the New Jerusalem and its Heavenly Doctrine, or in the NCE edition, which hasn't come out yet, New Jerusalem. So any of those will do. This is the translation called the Heavenly City. This is number 143. Anything planted in our mind in freedom stays with us, but anything planted in our mind under compulsion does not last. The things we do under compulsion do not come from our own motivation, but from the motivation of whoever is forcing us to do them, which is pretty straightforward, except the idea, the nuance hopefully there is that we make things a part of us, that the things we do freely become a part of us. But it's not just really freedom on its own, or freedom is almost one component in this composite thing, which is made up of two primary gifts. You could call them gifts. Swedenborg describes them as their abilities that exist within us, but they're constantly bestowed on us by the divine, and that these two are essential to this process, and that is freedom, but also rationality. And that something that we do in accord with freedom and in accord with our rationality, from our freedom in accord with our rationality, that becomes a part of us. It becomes a permanent part of our spirit. And he describes this further in his book, Divine Providence. This is a clip based on his number 78.
Whatever we have done from our freedom, in accord with our thinking, becomes a permanent part of us. This is because our sense of who we are and our freedom are integral to each other. Our sense of who we are is a part of our life, and whatever we do from our life, we do freely. Then again, our sense of who we are includes everything that comes from our love, because our love is our life, and whatever we do because of our life's love, we do freely. We act freely and in keeping with our thought because we do think about whatever arises from our life or our love. We validate it in our thought, and once it is validated, we do it freely and in keeping with our thought.
A lot of moving parts there, but don't worry, we're going to go over things a few times. It should all start to fall into place. We're actually going to continue in that number, Divine Providence 78, picking up where he left off there. It makes a couple important points too. We can also act freely and irrationally, and rationally, but not freely. These actions do not become a permanent part of us, though. They come only from our mouths and our bodies, not from our spirits and our hearts. The things that come from our spirits and our hearts become part of us when they are owned by our mouths and our bodies. Becoming part of us means entering our life and becoming a matter of life, and therefore becoming part of our sense of who we are.